The White Duck, retold by Shane J. Alieve, narrated by Shobha Tarur Srinivasan.
The White Duck. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, a handsome prince married a beautiful princess. They had barely been married a few days when the prince was called upon to attend to some urgent business in another kingdom. The princess wept when she heard the news. The prince tried to console her, but in vain. He advised her, "Do not leave the palace and avoid wicked people." The princess followed his advice and locked herself in her room. One day, as the princess sat by the window, an old woman who looked simple and kind passed by that way. Looking at the princess, she asked, "Why are you so sad? Come out for a walk in the garden and get some fresh air. That'll cheer you up." The princess at first refused, but then the idea of a walk in the garden was very inviting. Now in that garden was a stream with a fresh, clear spring. The woman then told her, "It is a very hot day. Why don't you take a dip in the stream?" The princess at first refused, but then did just that. Right at the moment when the princess got into the water, the old woman struck the water and cast a spell. "Change into a white duck and remain here forever." Alas, the princess turned into a white duck. The old woman was indeed a witch, who now took the princess's form, wore her clothes and went off to her chambers. In a few days' time, the prince arrived, and the ugly witch who had taken the princess's form rushed out to greet him. The prince, who had no idea of what had happened, pressed his beloved close to his heart and kissed her. As for the white duck, she laid 3 eggs. They were no ordinary eggs. When they hatched, 3 baby boys came out. Their mother, the white duck, took great care of them. They were healthy and cheerful and were soon splashing about in the stream. Now the boys were brave and adventurous. They would often get out of the water and wander close to the palace. They found the palace very fascinating. The white duck would call out from the stream, "Stay close, children," but the boys would pay no heed to their mother's advice. One day, the 3 children wandered even farther away than usual and found themselves in the prince's courtyard. The witch spotted the 3 boys and knew immediately who they were. She knew she had to get rid of them as soon as possible.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?